The key to fashion, if you're not really a fashion forward type of guy, you gotta keep some pretty women around you. You just told your daughter, you've indirectly told your daughter, your mom cannot have any other boys, or
as far as I've grown up, I've always known of men having second families, men leaving their wives because of, oh, you didn't give me a boy.
I'm a strong believer in, right? Men may disagree with me, but there has to be a certain level of reverence and fear you have for your wife. It's a very difficult task to be a decent man. And by difficult, I mean like, you have to understand that
you're leaving your children to be more vulnerable with your lack of engagement and your lack of getting to know them, because other people out in the external world can come and fill that void.
You want to see Kelele? Roll up my weed, let me be Kelele. As I spend my money.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to your favorite podcast, Talib and Banter. I am your co-host, Fine Gal. I always mess this up. Awa, aka Fine Gal, and this is Tazi. Tazi, say hi to the people.
Hi, people. What's going on? How y'all?
We love the sweater. We love the shade.
I was supposed to compliment you first. Can we see the pouch?
Oh, yes, you can.
I want to say,
Brandy.
I want to shout out my cousin and her best friend. They did their first event this past weekend. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there, but I'll be at the next event. It's called Culture Room.
Yeah.
I'm going to let her talk about it.
Culture Room. So we are just trying to create a new age-appropriate way to congregate and get dressed and be outside with people we love. And Denver is cool because, like, Denver has all these little hole-in-the-wall spots. And the white people be in there, okay?
So just to be clear, you live in Denver.
I live in Denver, right? So
one could probably have thought or imagined you live in D.C., New York City, Houston,
You could throw me anywhere. I'll match the vibe regardless of where I go.
No.
It's not a thing for me. I can fit in anywhere, but I'm here. So the people of Denver, I get to bring the culture to the people here. So yeah, Culture Room. We move around to cute little venues. It's like a small event. The DJs, we're looking for the best of the best. Okay. And that DJ was impeccable. Shout out to her.
So if you're a DJ, hit her up.
We have an Instagram, Culture Room. I think it's at the Culture Room Denver, but Denver spelled DNVR, no E. So
we'll drop it in the comments.
Pull up to our events. They are RSVP only, but they're fire. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Thanks for the shout out. Back to you and your sweater.
Well, before we go to my sweater, you got your locks out today. I seen your video that you posted on how you make them disappear.
Yeah,
very educational.
Thank you.
I never look when I saw that. I was just like, wow, this is like magic. Yep. This is like Hocus Pocus 1, 2, 3 by Moose. I was like, whoa.
This is my
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Because like when I see you with like different hairstyles, I'm just like, I be forgetting that you actually have like locks.
This is what's underneath. And they're getting longer now, so it's harder to finesse them. So I'm trying to like
really.
My pineapple was pineappling today. I was like, oh, the people gotta see this. The people got to see this. So
it's really magic. It's really magic. When I saw that video, I was like, wow, this is really, really magic.
When it comes to hair, I will always find a way. Okay, I will always find a way. My goal is to be an old lady with my locks to my ankles. Can't wait. But I'm just trying different things out, And I just feel like the man who gets to be with me, you get like 20 different women in one woman. What could you really ask for after that?
Nah, facts.
What else are you looking for? I'm everything. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. I meant every word.
Appreciate it. So, what's up with you? What's up with your life? Where'd you get the sweater? I'm on it. I'm on the sweater still.
I mean, I'm a little fashion, fashion forward type, you feel me? What can I say, every week.
You need to get the men into the pastels. I like this.
Man, look, let me tell you something. The key to fashion, if you're not really a fashion forward type of guy, you got to keep some pretty women around you who know how to dress well and who know what men should be wearing?
I remember when the Black woman effect went viral on TikTok and everybody was butthurt, but I was like, this is a real thing. This is a real thing. The girl's always gonna get you right. Always.
Get you a nice little fashion forward, stylish ass Black woman and put your ego to the side and just be like, yo.
Just let her do
it. Like, yo, dress me up.
Yeah.
Dress me up. And watch her. Damn, I snapped. Fuck.
Transform you. Transform you. Then you're gonna be in the store, you're not gonna be scared no more. You're gonna be like,
no. But did you see that? I snapped. It's the purple.
Pookie. Oh, it's okay. Don't do that. Don't associate the purple with the snap because now you're confusing the people. Don't do that.
This is true. I'm confusing the people. Get you a group of very, very like-minded women specifically, and a gay man. Gay men know how to dress. I'm just throwing that out there.
At least gay men know how to criticize a bad outfit. Even if they don't know how to dress, they know a bad outfit and they're gonna come. And they know
they can look at a bad outfit and be like, "What are you wearing?"
Or a good one. They'll be like, "Yeah, you did."
That's you know.
Exactly.
But yes, thank you very much for the sweater. It was picked out for me.
Looks good.
About a year ago.
Big fan. Okay. Well, today we are switching it up.
Okay.
We are going to watch a clip from a Jubilee episode. It's not Jubilee. It's the Cruise.
Sorry, Jubilee. Sorry. Don't get offended.
Sorry. Cruise. And the episode is called If Fathers Were 100% Honest. This father-daughter pair kind of went viral. So we're going to react to their segment and just talk about other topics, but use their segment as a foundation. So, yeah, this will be nice and sweet and cute. So, yeah.
For sure. All right, I'm about to. So understand we're building the plane while we're flying it. So if there are any technical difficulties, y'all bear with us. We're not experts at the game, but we in there. So
we're trying our absolute best.
So we're gonna play from here.
Do you love me from the depth of your heart?
Yes, I do.
Are you sure you love me as your father?
I'm very,
very sure.
Very.
I'm gonna keep it honest with you. When a man start like this, he about to say some bullshit. I'm just speaking to you as a man.
He about to say some bullshit.
When a man starts like this is African man, American man. He about to say some bullshit. He need a reel you in. He need a reel you in and make sure you got you good. And then when you like, yeah, I love you, you be like, well,
I have a girlfriend. Huh?
I got a girlfriend. I like 8 different genders.
I have a second family. Whoa.
I have a second family. You know, Keisha down the street got like 8 of my kids, and I'm married to your mama.
And and when I first saw this, that's the one thing that really offended me was like, you weaponizing your love to drop some crazy information on her.
This is a nasty African man, bro. All right, moving along.
That if anything happen, you will really still stick to me and love me?
Yes.
But ain't that what a...
Look at where he paused.
Ain't that what a nigga say? Ain't that what a man say with his woman when he want to know if you... When a man start like, you gonna stick beside me?
Ride or die before his daughter, which is diabolical.
Bro, you gonna stick beside me through thick and thin?
Absolutely.
He's about to lay down some very, very nasty work on you real quick. He's about to lay it down on you real quick. And it's gonna be very black and white. You're gonna have to pick and choose. But unfortunately, in these situations,
him through everything. Look at how he set it up. To your own daughter.
You feel me? He don't set it up. You don't say you love him. He already know. You can't say you don't love me after this. You can't not stick with me after this because you already said you love me. Moving along.
I have a girlfriend, a side chick.
Okay.
I getting married to her next year.
Okay.
And I have wanted other boys because we have one boy.
Okay.
But here's my thing. You just told your daughter. Like this is bro, this is what I'm talking about.
Bro, we'll get
You
it.
done told your daughter without you don't even like why you've indirectly told your daughter your mom cannot have any other boys. Or you
Mind you,
listen.
the man is in charge of the gender. You could go be with this other woman and only spit out another daughter. Then what?
And that's what I'm saying, bro. This is oh god, this is bad. Now your daughter, you're telling your daughter, I want another boy. Who said your wife can't? Like, even if your wife has not been able to have a boy, like, oh my god, bro.
Fear men.
I
Fear
swear.
men. Hey.
The picture now that I married her and I have 2 boys.
How do you know you're gonna have 2 boys? How do you know you're gonna have 2 boys?
He wants her to have loyalty for him in a way he doesn't even have for his family. That's insane. Will you still love me? Will you still love your family if you don't have boys? Like, huh?
Oh man, this guy, man. This guy.
Unfortunately.
Ah la la.
Maybe your mom watch this one now. She may not like it too. I fell in love with somebody that I am supposed to get married to. But I grew to start loving your mom. But the true sense is that your mom was just a replacement.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Imagine!
Hey! Hey!
Wow.
Just, yeah. Your mom was just a replica.
Yo.
Do you know the meaning of a replica? Okay. Hold on. Let me tell you the definition of a replica. You have original Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton.
Then you have the Chinese Louis Vuitton that they make in China. That is the fake one, but it's the same. Your mother was a replica. She was a fake one.
Chinese Louis Vuitton. That's your
Chinese Louis Vuitton. You know the cheap one, the rejected one. That's hey. And her facial expression, it says it all.
She's flabbergasted. She said, I cannot believe this man saying this to me right now.
Call my mother a replica, and then you gave her a child, meaning I'm a replica of my mom.
Continue. It gets worse. Keep playing.
Marrying us, I not see the one when I good love now make her kuku marry. So she came in.
Hey,
Translate.
I did not see the one that was going to marry. Your mom came in, meaning that she was just a passerby.
Chinese Louis
A passerby that I just saw like this. She was just passing by. He said, come. He just, you know how like when they call bike, you can remember, and the bike stopped. You say come, and she came.
That's how
you refer to your wife.
That's how
Hey, this guy is interesting though.
Your birthday happened to be the birthday of that very person.
When we say fear men in this life, fear men in this life. You know what's so funny? I found a whole Reddit thread about men who had multiple families and named the kids of their families the same names so they wouldn't forget the names of their kids. This is a thing. In this life, fear men. Continue.
Your name is Esther because she was born Easter Day. That one that I love.
African men, we have to do better. And I'm gonna tell you why we have to do better, bro. Yeah, African men, you guys need to understand the amount of backlash I get on a weekly basis defending the honor of men. And women tell me I'm an anomaly. I'm a 1 out of a billion. And I'd be like, no, men are good. When you say shit like that, it just makes us look so bad.
The daughter herself is flabbergasted.
Look at her mouth. What is the meaning of the? Hey, Jesus. Let's continue.
And you were born Easter Day.
She had to wipe her face. She wiped her eyes, wiped her face because she cannot believe it. Like I cannot believe it.
I cannot believe this. She's like 13.
Oh,
You flabbergasted a 13-year-old.
The same date, 50.
she cleaned her ears. She cleaned her ears like, yo, am I hearing the right thing?
That should be the only secret that I know I've not told you in details.
That's actually not bad because you didn't say you fell in love with a person after you married my mommy. But since it was before,
Look at her rationalizing her father's
She's
madness.
even trying to make sense of the nonsense.
Look at her rationalizing her father's madness. Look at her rationalizing the father's madness. She's tired.
After you named me after the love of your life, who is not my mother, you named me after
She's tired. She's tired. Look at her rationalizing her father's madness. Oh.
Poor baby. She's even trying to do small mathematics to make it make sense.
Moving along.
that is going to be between you and her. None of my business.
None of my business. That's it. That's it. So,
talk to me.
You talk to me. Defend your man. I would like to hear your thoughts.
Okay. Okay. Well, all right. In this moment, like this, according to this video, look, we have fumbled. Men have fumbled in this video. At least, from what we're seeing, this guy, I would like to talk to him personally because, come on now.
It's how he laid the runway for me. Will you love me from the depths of your hearts?
This is like, right? You with your girl, she in love with you, right? After you done laid the pipe down real nice. You in bed with her, you like, you love me, girl? Yeah. Nah, for real though, but you love me? Baby, I love you. Nah, like I need to know, like, is you down to ride for me, like on some ride or die shit? Baby, I'm gonna die for you if I have to. Well, I got a baby by your best friend. You got to stand on it now. You said you love me. You got to stand on it now.
I want all the men to know. I'm not standing on a motherfucker. I don't care. You ain't going, I love you. Do you love me your way into some bullshit? What you mean? What you mean? And that's the thing. It's one thing if it was if it was her mother, where he was like, oh, do you love me? Can I be with the love of my life? These are two adults who get a choice. This little girl don't get a choice in none of this. Why you let her decide when there's more of the clip, she said, well, go and do it and we'll see. She said, you're asking me this thing, there are cameras around. Go ahead and do it. I said, I like her. That's the you and the daughter.
Real gangster.
She kept it real
gangster. Yup.
Okay. So off of that video, how do you translate this back to real life? Because I think, especially as far as I've grown up, I've always known of men having second families, men leaving their wives because of, oh, you didn't give me a boy. When it is the man who chooses the gender, anyway, the sex, not the gender, the sex. It's the man, the sperm, anyway. He could go there with another mistress and still have daughters. So, like, what are your thoughts around this, like, this loyalty that men have to their family? Is this considered cheating? What, like? Yeah.
Give me the question one more time. Let me answer this.
Just give me your thoughts. Just tell me your thoughts around this whole thing. Like, did you grow up seeing this? Like, men having other wives, other women?
Like, I heard about it, but I didn't know, like, I didn't specifically know about it,
Mm-hmm. Like,
Yeah, up close. Like I didn't know any of my uncles who were like who had other families. You know, I heard that things like this existed, but I didn't know like up close people who actually did shit like this, right?
Right.
It was only later in life that I was just like I would know up close about situations like this. And usually the up close situations, it was more so like I had both sides of the story too. So
Right.
now it was just like, okay, I will hear the man's version of the story. Then let's say he got a daughter, and you know the daughter usually is like impartial a lot of times. The daughter would, and let's say it's one of those African families where a lot of times in these African households, the kids they in the marriage, they're in the bedroom, they are part of the bedroom conversations because the parents they be talking to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
The daughters usually are like a lot like be impartial. So the daughter will hear the dad's side, hear the mom's side, and then like you get it, you hear both sides of the story, and then you're just like you hear the mom's side, and you're just like, okay, I see where the dad went wrong, I see where the mom went wrong. It's fucked up, but it's just like, how did y'all get here?
How does that happen?
You know? That's just been my personal experience. Like early along growing up, I heard of this like Nigerian movies, you know, but I didn't know personally, you know, with
Yeah.
like stuff like this going up. But I'm not surprised that these kind of things happen.
Madness.
I'm not surprised.
So him wanting to be with another woman because he didn't have a boy. What are your
I
thoughts
think
on that?
I think that is so crazy. Like it's absolutely insane, and I'm gonna tell you why it's insane. It's insane because how do you know?
How do you know?
That's like me saying, I'm going to go to Costco and go like buy 1,000 MacBooks. Costco does sell MacBooks, but what is the likelihood they're going to carry 1,000? Like
That you can
you
walk
can
up.
go there and it's no MacBooks. It's sold out. Like it's not guaranteed.
That's why I feel like him weaponizing the "Do you love me?" and so I can have a boy. It's also you don't have to be accountable to the fact.
Because it's surreal you up to this point because he has made a decision. He wants to have a child with this woman.
He wants
He
to
wants
be
to have
with
a
this
child with this
woman.
woman. Now
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
And
And I feel like
the simple fact that he referred to, I'm a strong believer in, right?
Mhm.
Men may disagree with me, but there has to be a certain level of reverence and fear you have for your wife. Meaning that, like, when you talk, you may be honest, right? But even in the public forum, but even still, when it's referring to your wife, you pick your motherfucking words, nigga. You better tiptoe around that shit. You better tiptoe around because if you don't, other niggas gonna be like, "Wow, this nigga talk about his wife like that," and they're gonna see your wife somewhere and
Trouble in
express
paradise.
themselves the same way you express yourself around about your wife.
Or the opposite. They might be like, "Oh, I see a weak link. Your man talk to you and talk about you crazy. Let me show you what a man should be."
Exactly. You know, and it's just like if you could speak like that, and in my opinion, the way he said it, you weren't like you shouldn't have spoken those words, especially to your child. You refer to your wife as a replica of your side chick.
As a replica of your. I'm a replica of your first love. Wow.
I'm tired.
Yeah, that whole father-daughter interaction, I feel like she just accepts him for who he is and she don't deep their relationship, but I'm like, as a man, you have to be accountable to the type of dynamics that you introduce to your daughters because you are the first man she will ever know.
Exactly.
You are the first man she will ever know. And if you normalize certain treatment and behavior, they always say this thing where it's like men marry their mothers and women marry the type of man based on how their father treated their mother. Like that's how women pick our partners or whatever. So if you are treating her mother as a throwaway, as a second option, as a second choice, how is she supposed to know what it looks like when a man chooses her and chooses to treat her as the first place woman? Like, you didn't set that tone. Like, and you asking her to love you through it. Like, she's gonna love a man through being second place, and that's insane. That is insane.
And that being said, it just comes to show you how it's a very difficult task. It's a very difficult task to be a decent man. Like, and by difficult, I mean like you have to understand that there's so many things that you have to forego and live as when you have children. You know, if you want to set a good example, like there's so many things that you're going to, let's say naturally that as a single man you would do that as a married man you just can't do for the betterment of your children. To set a good example that you have to just let go, which maybe brought pleasure to you, maybe was normal as a single man that you just can't do as a married man no more. And in this case, it's just like, okay, once upon a time, you could, and I talked to a therapist about this, right? And he was like, look, you got to understand that the culture of the West is very different than once upon a time. Once upon a time, a man's love was just good enough for like a couple hours a day with your dad was straight. An hour a day with your dad was a lot of love, and he would go to work, you know? And you spending 30 minutes with your dad on the weekends at Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was just enough. And then he'll go to work. And you will never ever feel like your dad didn't love you. But the culture is not like that anymore. It's not like that anymore. You actually have to spend significant time with your children because children bond a little bit differently to their parents nowadays. You cannot, as a father, just think you just gonna come and just like, yo, little nigga, do this shit. Hey, daughter, make sure a man respects you. Go to school. You know, what is the meaning of that?
But I think it's always been the case because that is how we get generational curses. It's like normalizing things that have had a negative impact on the children. The children go do it to their children because that's all they've ever known. And that's where you get these cycles, right? Like, I think we just have the language and the research to back that certain things lead to certain outcomes. It is what the fuck it is. So either you choose to do different so you have a different outcome, or this is what you can expect, you know? So I feel like it's always been an issue. I think that especially in Western culture, we know for a fact if you're not teaching your kids, somebody will. If you're not around, somebody around. So you're leaving your children to be more vulnerable with your lack of engagement and your lack of getting to know them, because other people out in the external world can come and fill that void. There's always someone waiting to be a predator, you know, on the child. So either you feel it or somebody else will. But yeah, I feel like certain things, especially
and I will say in the man's defense, right? I will say that he strikes me as somebody who probably came from a very poor, very, very male chauvinistic society, whereby to the point where it's almost like by the age of 21, 23, he is who he is. He ain't changing he's not changing who he is. And a lot of times I will say that, and this is just for women in general when they're dating African men. There's some African men that you will deal with who I'll say are not progressive in their thinking. Just understand that there are going to be certain things that they believe in that will fall way outside the norms of what Western society preaches. And you just gonna have to accept it.
Hell nah.
If you want to be with that man.
My thing is exactly right. Choose the woman for you.
You feel me?
Because sometimes these type of men, you want to be with a woman who's a little bit more open in her thinking. And
I have met some interesting African men in my lifetime. An African man who will tell you that I don't want you to wear the color yellow because yellow indicates in. I'll be like, what, nigga? You don't wear your hair like that. You wear your hair like that is just mean.
I don't like a woman who wears makeup. I don't like this. I don't want a woman to be
honest. I heard as far as do not go to the farm at 4 p.m. because it is I'm like, nigga, what? Oh, come on. Y'all need to let go of this. What is the meaning of this?
And I think that sometimes like there is like a normalization of, because to me, I'm like, why would I get married to a man that is not going, who's not here to stick through it with me? If we don't have daughters, you stick through it. If we don't have this, you stick through it because you chose me to go through this life with. And I feel like in some West African communities, there's a normalization of not being committed to that marriage, and women just have to take it. It's just like, this man might leave you, this man might get another family, this man might whatever, and it's just take it. And I refuse. My whole thing is just the impact on his daughter. I don't think that African men really think about how they impact their daughters and how their choices impact their daughters and the type of men that their daughters end up with. There's not a lot of accountability. Some do. I think it's what I've seen is it's a hit or a miss. Truly, either you get the girl dads or you get the son prioritizing dads. Pick your poison. But
you know what I think it is. I don't think it's that they don't realize the impact they have on their daughters, but I think that it is only very recent that, men have to kind of step outside their body and ask themselves, how would a woman feel like? Right? It's a very recent thing. For the most part, I think in his time, I think men had a general empathy for women when it concerns things that significantly impact women on a general basis. But I don't think in his time, men would take the time to ask themselves, in this moment, if you were a woman, how would you feel like if you were receiving this information? Because he's a man. And what I think it is that as a man, he thinks he's probably thinking that as a boy, if I was receiving this information, how would I feel? And he would probably be like, well, my dad is, it's my dad.
Right.
And, for the most part, like, I think boys and men take it a little bit different. Like, you a fucked up ass nigga, but what can I do? Stop you?
Right. Which is the same reaction I think she took. She was just like, but
type shit.
But it's like, these are the things, if she were to be with a man who treated her any type of way.
It has like, what I see is that it has like this like delayed effect where it's like, it's later on in your life where it's just like, you start to see certain things in your daughter and you start to ask why. Nigga, that's why. You are why. That's why. You're asking why she's doing X, Y, and Z. You're the reason why. That's why. She lost trust in you and faith in you as a man. And so she just started, exactly. She started doing her.
Yeah. I just, that video, the first time I saw it, I said, the way that man said, from the depths of your heart. I said, oh, it's about to be.
And I said, oh, here he go. Here go the bullshit.
It's about to be
some hot. I have been a bullshitter before. Here go the bullshit.
Steaming bullshit. And
here go the bullshit. Here go the bullshit. He about to hit you with the bullshit.
Praying for the girl. Hope she's able to, find the light in that situation, and I'm sure it will impact her. If my daddy told me he named me after his first love, we're not talking for a few years while you sit on that. You actually need a night in jail, nigga. That's what you don't ever tell your look. My cousin
you never tell your child that, man.
He don't like. There are certain things I know I will never tell my children because I need my children to maintain a certain image of me. Like I need to have control over how my children.
They have to.
Yeah, like I need to control the narrative here. This man just.
What the woman say is all for the plot.
It's all for the plot. I need to control the plot. but you not be involved in every part of the plot. You need to keep some parts of the plot to yourself. The way that girl looked at her father, like, is this nigga dead ass?
Bro, she said. I said, you're seeing and you're hearing well.
I totally understand. All right, enough of that. Okay, so we're gonna play a game to
All right.
follow up on one of our previous episodes where we talked about Africans versus African Americans. One of the points we made is that we are more similar than we are alike. So we're gonna play a game. I don't know what the game is called, but the instructions are: I'm gonna say something. You have to give me the diaspora equivalent. For example, if I say Nollywood, my diaspora equivalent would be Tubi.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start saying with something, and you have to think. If it doesn't have a diaspora equivalent, we'll drop it. Let's try to get could we do 5? Could we get 5?
All right. If it doesn't have a diaspora equivalent, I'll say pass.
All right. I don't know how would I say this. Hood niggas. Do we have a diaspora equivalent of American hood niggas?
Nangamoko.
What is this?
Hood niggas in Cameroon.
Hood niggas are universal. Can we talk about that? Hood niggas are universal. This is in our DNA. This is
across the West African part, they'll call it ghetto boys. Ghetto boys. Technically, Burna Boy's a hood nigga.
And that's why he was able to transition so well.
He's a successful hood nigga with grills in his mouth.
One of the Migos, his path could have gone any direction.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that is mine. Your turn. You can either give me the African something, or I can keep giving you. I'm just gonna keep giving you things. You give me the diaspora equivalent. Next one, Pidgin English. What is the diaspora equivalent?
What? Ebonics
or Patois?
Oh, okay, Patois. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Broken English. Either way, we all got a broken English. You know what I'm saying?
What is Ebonics?
Ebonics, now known as African American Vernacular English.
Oh, okay.
Is, African American Vernacular English. All the ad libs. All the
Schlatt.
You know what I'm saying? All that.
Schlatt, slime.
All that.
Okay.
I feel like Ebonics feels
I feel like it was created by a white man.
You know what I mean?
I thought it felt like very white man created. It doesn't sound
like the language itself, but the word Ebonics.
It's the word Ebonics. Black people don't use the word ebony.
Okay, this is a conversation.
We don't use the word ebony.
This is a conversation. And it's very
we don't use the word Nubian. And very sometimes Nubian, but
when I'm called a Nubian queen, I just feel like what they mean.
If I'm called Ebony, you're racist. I'm sorry.
If you call me Ebony, I know exactly what type of porn you watch.
Hey, you feel me?
You disgust me. Okay, that's like 2. We said hood niggas, Patois, and Pidgin. 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Something on the. I'm thinking something fashion related. Do we have common fashion? When I think head wraps is gele, it's the same concept. Hair tie, all those things. It's the same family. Put your hair away. It's the same. What's the African equivalent of a do-rag?
There is no African equivalent of.
We just sleep head on the pillow.
Men typically don't grow their hair because are you a woman?
Oh, but not no more. That's so funny. My brother went to Cameroon. My parents were trying to force him to shave his beard.
When did he go to Cameroon?
Yesterday.
Get the fuck out of here. Who?
Che.
Are you fucking serious?
He there right now. Culture shocked. not speaking a lick of French.
Wow. They're all there?
No, just him and my dad.
Wow. I know that's right.
You know,
Daddy,
connected with his
Daddy.
roots.
You know what I mean? About to go eat that real achu.
Oh, let him. Oh,
And where's his madame?
oh, she's at home now. She's at home waiting
Hold
for
it
him to
down.
come back. You know what I'm saying? Why he go explore his assets? You feel me?
He gonna come back like King T'Challa.
Oh, okay. What is the Wakanda? Is there a diaspora equivalent? Is Wakanda just our common diaspora bond? Is there a look at your face? Go ahead, say what you have to say.
Go ahead. What's the equivalent?
Go ahead, say what you have to say.
The Wakanda equivalent in the diaspora is either South Africa, Kenya, or Nigeria. Well, no, I think it's South Africa or Kenya, and I'm gonna tell you why, right? Because like the depiction of Wakanda is this very like
diverse.
white, diverse. White people could live here. Asian people could live here. Yada yada yada. That's only Kenya and South Africa. South Africa, because there's a lot of white Africans that live in South Africa. I know they're Africans, but they're white Africans in my opinion.
And
Kenya,
African. Is that rude?
you know, Algeria, South Africa, them folk like, y'all got white skin. Egypt,
I'm like, you African by
continent.
By continent, by is it ethnicity? But you're not black by race.
You know,
like, we're American nationality. That's what it is.
There you go, nationality. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then Kenya just has this. What is it? The word? Is it bipartisan? No, not bipartisan. The bilateral agreement. A lot of policies that pass here in the United States. Synonymous in Kenya.
Okay.
Kenya is just that.
So they woke. Kenyans are woke.
You know, that handshake. The only thing they haven't been able to get on the same accord with the United States is the LGBTQ plus movement. That's the only.
Will just it's just not gonna happen.
The president of Kenya said, "Look, currently right now, this is really not our problem. We are figuring out how to feed our people and not about." We have other things to do, not to knock your movement, but hey. And I was like, can't knock y'all.
Point to a
I can't knock y'all. You know, but Kenya, South Africa.
Okay, I never heard that perspective before.
You know, Nigeria is really like, this is where you want to be socially as an African. Mm-hmm. The vibe you want socially as an African is probably going to be in Nigeria. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
For sure.
I would love to go to Nigerian Fashion Week, putting that into the ether. Hope the ether is listening now that we're talking about it, because that scene, one of one. Okay, last one. Any foods that are diaspora equivalents, any that come to mind? Automatically, I think.
Throw me one.
Huh?
Throw me one.
Rice and peas, and is it wache that Ghanaians eat? They have the it's like a rice and beans type of dish that looks like rice.
Oh, that's with they put spaghetti.
I don't think so. Not in wache. I think it's
spaghetti and wache.
Maybe they do, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Is it wache?
I mean, last I checked with the last Ghanaian woman I talked to, they put spaghetti and wache.
She might have freestyled that joint, but okay. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
What is the equivalent? Damn.
I'm trying to think of other equivalents. There are more. We all eat plantains. Universal.
Yeah, it probably gonna have to be like pizza or fried chicken for me.
What's the diaspora equivalent? of that? Like, what African dish?
For what, rice and peas?
No, for your diaspora equivalent. Like, what's the African equivalent of fried chicken?
Oh shit. Okay. Shit. What I make it tonight for an arrow?
Was okay. I think we all love a greens, like collard greens. Collard greens and manjama are sisters, cousins.
No, it is cousin. No facts. The only difference is the spice. That's all. The spice and the oil that's being used to cook it. That's all.
The oil.
That's all. Palm oil, it makes the difference, yo. Palm oil makes the difference.
When you taste something like cooked with like an olive oil, like I remember tasting arrow cooked with olive oil, arrow cooked with palm oil. Slap that palm oil in my dish, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's in my spot right now.
Make sure the oil is sitting on top a little bit.
It has to sleep on top like this. If I show you my pot right now, the arrow is under, the oil has to be on like this, bro. It gotta be swimming.
That's how it's supposed to be.
It gotta be swimming.
You go in
so
there.
So that when I dip it inside, you know, yeah, you are a correct Cameroonian girl. This is how I know you are ready to be a married woman.
This
you have to be like this.
These are traditions. I'm just keeping recipes.
You feel me? If I look into your pot of arrow and the arrow is just looking too dry,
I'm seeing the leaf too soon. I have to go through the oil first.
Yeah, I have to swim like this.
Go underneath the meat a little bit. I need to.
You know what I'm saying? I have to scoop it like this. The arrow should just be the oil should be pouring out like Let me make my if for all of you saying that high cholesterol to hell, I don't want to hear. I'll run tomorrow.
It will.
I'll go to the gym tomorrow.
Exactly. Okay, we did good. That was.
We did good. This was fun. This was very fun.
Good. I'm glad you.
I look forward to this in the future. This was all your idea. This is very fun.
Thank you, trying to keep the people on their toes. Maybe we'll have some.
You know what I'm saying?
Bloopers here. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. Thank you to our new followers.
And if you like my outfit, just, you know what I'm saying, comment on the thing, you know what I'm saying?
Comment if you like his outfit. Comment
you know
if you like
her hair. If you like her hair, comment on a little bit. Boost my ego. Boost her ego.
So far, tell me. Let me know.
Styling and profiling, I'll see you.
You want to see Kelele? Roll up my weed, let me be Kelele. As I spend my money.